G'day everyone and welcome back to the Tamiya TT-02 build. This video I'll attempt step 28. So the parts you'll need for this step are D8, D7 and D12, as well as quite a few different screws for mounting everything as shown here. So first thing you're going to want to do, or what I did, is going to prepare the on-off switch. So it's going to mount to the motor cover here. As this is a proper Tamiya speed, as proper Tamiya speed controller, it comes with the on-off switch cover already mounted and the screws there. So let's quickly remove these. So you have your bare on-off switch like shown. And I thought I'd see if the cover would fit, but it doesn't fit around the mount. So just do it out the instructions show. You can either use the two screws they give you or the ones that came off the on-off switch when you remove the cover, which I did, as well as the couple of 2mm washers that is provided in the kit, and just attach the on-off switch with them. Now when you get it down so it's pretty much tight, just make sure you've got the on-off switch centered so that you can cleanly move the switch from on to off, as if you hard mount it one way it might restrict the movement and make it hard to turn it on or off. Once you got it all screwed down, just double check that it moves back and forth cleanly without any interference. Okay, next part is this sort of motor cover scoop. Interesting part is I'm pretty sure these screws are the same size as a motor fan, so you should be able to put a fan in between this if you really wanted to give your motor some extra cooling, which is a handy thing for Tamiya to do. This uses 3x8 self-tapping screws. Once again, putting them all in and starting them before screwing them down. This is another part I would definitely recommend using some grease on, as these were quite tight. So now that's all connected, I'm going to move this aside for the minute, as that goes on top, so I want to get some of the other stuff out of the way first. So the first bit I looked at was the antenna mount, which goes here. You can see a little divot at the back there, and there's a little protruding part on the end of the antenna mount, and that's just basically so that when you screw it in, it doesn't try and rotate around on itself. What I did at the minute was just put the screw in to pre-tap it so it's a bit easier to mount, and just leave that to the side because I'm going to do the servo first to get it out of the way. It sits in the chassis pretty nicely. It'll sit there. And yeah, this step was just full of little frustrations when I went and edited it, because I did the first half of this whole attaching the screw out of shot. That's a good job by me. So just using the two 3x10 countersunk screws to attach the servo to the chassis. Just attaching them both before fully screwing them down. And then using the 3x14 step screws to attach the steering link to the steering arms. And once again, I'm obviously managed to do this out of shot, but trust me, I'm putting the screw in that top part there, and yeah, there it is. So do one side and just turn it around and mount the other side. And with that attached, that's your steering pretty much connected. And if you have a nice free moving servo, you'll be able to move this back and forth and make sure it's all moving. But this servo, for some reason, it's locked. If you don't have power going to it, it will not move. So next, I'll put in the motor guard, which just uses the two 3x10 self-tapping screws. It sort of sits in place. Once again, making sure I've got them both mounted in before screwing them down. And again, I would recommend a bit of grease for these screws. Then we get to the last bit of the step, which was going to be attaching the antenna. So this was all up. This step was about 20 minutes of filming that I had to edit down to this 5 minutes. There was a lot of stuff that was sort of done out of shot, or me thinking about things. And as I said, it's been a while since I recorded this, and as the audio didn't record, I'm sort of trying to remember what was happening. But this sort of finished off this step, as when I went to try and screw in the antenna mount, the actual antenna snapped out of this receiver, which it is one of my very old FlySky receivers that I've had for a long time. So it's done a lot of mileage. I'm not complaining. They're not an expensive receiver. But once that happened, I was just like, yeah, I'm over this step for the minute, and I think I went and had a coffee break, all that, and just relaxed. So thanks for watching. He's going to go any second now. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. There goes the antenna, and I'll see you in the next video with a new receiver and hopefully everything attached.